I'm working on a musical that I've been on this thing for years. It's just been kind of a background project, but I finally got some of the vocals in. I hired the vocalists remotely. They're from all over the world, and I gotta sort of make them all sound the same. So today, what I'm gonna do is clean up some of the vocals in some of the vocals. To make them consistent. And the vocals that I'm looking at, I'm in Logic. I'm looking at these Gabriella vocals, and I have this track, Greatness in the King Only Voice. So what I am going to do is navigate to the file, which is here, and everything's packaged. That's the way that I prefer it with Logic. So what you have to do on the Mac is right mouse click, show package contents, media, audio files. And here are all the files and takes that are in here. So I need to find Ethel's voice. Greatness in the King, voice only. That's it. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, but I am going to open it in Adobe Audition. Adobe Audition I've found to be just the most excellent audio cleaner out there. And this is a destructive process that I am going to use. So make sure that you have this audio saved somewhere else so that you can restore it. Now, Ethel gave me pretty clean vocals.
Almost there.
Pretty clean vocals. And they're raw. There's no processing that's happened. But you can see they're different. Like through here, the levels are not hot. And I do want dynamics, but I want to control them in the mix. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this match loudness. And I'm dragging it down here. And I like the total RMS setting. Target loudness is minus 19 dB. These are just the settings that I use. And I kind of set it and forget it. Okay, now I'm going to run it. And it should equalize the levels out a little bit, but not all the way. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go through and find those levels that are not so hot. Like, all this looks pretty good. We're heading out pretty much to the edges here. Right here on this background part.
Ooh.
I want to increase that, bring it out to about the meat of the rest of the project, of the audio. So let's increase the volume here. Bring it up to maybe about here. Check it against what I have.
Gone scared. Ooh, of a name I read when the night. Ooh,
Okay, that's pretty good. Heading on over. This may be it.
ooh, almost there.
Okay, that's working. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get really refined. There's no floor noise. It's completely silent. So sometimes you get some floor noise and you have to take that out. But in this case, I don't. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the breaths out. So
Almost there.
we're good. And you can find breaths easy.
Debonair.
But I want to listen to it all.
Vigor fair. We prepare.
Okay, heading forward.
Fair no rain.
Could have used a popper stopper. Get a little bit of wind on that mic. See, here's a little piece right here. So I'm going to grab that. And I've set up a shortcut. So my shortcut is Option S for silence. Puts the time up. The time that I've selected, I hit OK. Now it's silent. And I would put a little bit of a dissolve up, but it
My ticket.
looks like it's going to work.
Almost there.
Oh. Okay.
Debonair.
Actually hit the record button there.
Big affair.
Okay, here we're gonna have some breaths.
We prepare when.
Okay, so there's a breath right there. Some people like to keep the breaths in. In this case, I don't. So I'm gonna grab this, silent it out, and I'm gonna put a little dissolve. And I've made a key command for this, but you can find it up here in favorites, fade out. So there's the dissolve. There, I put a little key command in there, Option F. So there we go. Fade it out.
When I
And you'll hear it.
prepare when.
It's a little bit abrupt. So let's make it a little less abrupt.
When.
Okay, it'll work within the confines of the music.
When I was just a kid, I never spoke what I did.
There's another breath right there. You can see him in the waveform. So try to grab an area that is near the 0 line.
To Oliver, faithful leader, anchor of a beat.
Another big breath right there. Get rid of that. And fade this out.
I put him on an altar and I conjure of a name.
Another one. I know some people are going to argue with me on taking these breaths out, but
I read when the night guns came.
good. Good job, Ethel. You sound great.
Ooh.
Breath. This actually works pretty good on voiceover too. Like I have a client who comes in and she records voiceover and and it's all silent, no background music.
Ooh.
So I have to take every single breath and every single tick and everything out. And I'm not being that precise on this even.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Breath. Subtle one, but it's there.
Ooh. Ooh.
Anyways, go forward and forward. Requires patience.
Ooh.
And this will equalize the sound
Is
for the purposes of my edit.
disintegration, annihilation.
Breath. Anyways, I think you got the idea. And then as you save this, working on the actual file that is referenced by Logic, Logic will automatically open this new version into your project file, so you don't have to re-import it. So that is how I clean up vocals. I will catch you on the next video.